up, my planty friends? This is May of Miss Plantaholic, and today will be a different kind of vlog. I will be talking about my houseplants collection, and this is an updated one. I did a blog a couple of months ago when I was just starting my channel. My collection have grown since I started my channel, and roughly I have about 90 to 100 plants. I didn't really count them one by one. So let's get right into it. Hi, planty friends. We are now in my living room area where most of my houseplants are located. And this is facing a northeast window, which receives morning and afternoon light, but it's not actually direct. So that's why most of my plants are thriving well on this area. Let's begin at this corner of my living room. On the upper left corner is my philodendron cordatum, the one that is hanging in the macrame. And this one is one of my favorite plants because of the shape of the leaves. It has grown quite a bit since I got it, and there's a couple of baby leaves that are sprouting right now. Down below is my string of spade, which is also heart-shaped, and this one is trailing. I actually have to cut it because the length is reaching halfway of the rack. And the problem with this is when they grow longer, they kind of like intertwine to each other. And before I used to untangle them, but after a while it still keeps on tangling to each other, so I just leave it alone. Next one is my Pilea peperimoides, and this one have grown a lot too since I got it. Pilea is my string of pearls, which as you can see is trailing, and it has also put new growths for me since I got it. I used to have a variegated one, but that didn't quite make it. So the next one is my philodendron Prince of Orange. When I first got this, it has like some lighter colored leaves. Right now, the lightest one is this one, and I see new growth right there. Next one is my Hoya Chelsea, which is also one of my favorite Hoyas in my collection. This one's also trailing, and I actually propagated two of the original stem. Below is my Syndopsis pictus, which is in a 6-inch pot and is a trailing plant. This is actually my second one. I have a smaller version of this in my bedroom, which you'll be seeing later. And my Syndopsis is my Peperomia obtusifolia. When I first got this, it used to have some variegation, but since I haven't put this in direct sunlight, it has pretty much reverted to just plain green leaves. But other than that, it's still growing and healthy. Then next beside it is my rubber plant ruby, which I got from my trip to Greg's nursery. This is my favorite leaf right now. It has those pink trimmings and splashes. This is my third rubber plant in my collection. To my ruby is this peperomia beetle. This used to be a lush plant, and at one point it almost died on me. This one is the only stem that survived and made it, and so far it's looking good. Then next one is my newest plant baby, which is this Phytonia. I have two in my collection. The other one is pink, which you will be seeing later in the video. This two leaves in the middle are the baby leaves, and these ones are really large. And I love the foliage in this one. Look at that. It's like a work of art. Next to it is also one of my newest plant babies. And this is my fourth syngonium. This one has a particular name. Let me look at the tag. This one is the Berry Allison Arrowhead. And this is so cute. This is the tiniest of my syngoniums. This one have really tiny leaves. So cute. And their foliage is also unique. Each leaf is different. Like, look at this. This is my favorite here. Then down below is my ZZ plant. This is the dwarf one, which I got from a boutique shop in Piedmont a couple of months ago. And this one is so lush, and I love how the feel to this one is like a succulent. It's very thick. Then next to it is my favorite philodendron Brazil, which is super lush right now. Every day I've been noticing new growth. And just to show you, this one just unfurled right here, which is lighter in color. And then I have this one down below too, is another baby leaf. And this one is my favorite of them all. So pretty. And then beside it is my peperomia hope, which is trailing. It's up to here right now. Used to be lush too. I think peperomias like to be in not direct, but kind of like a brighter light condition. But I just put it there. Then down below is my Hoya Bella, which I have also propagated a few of the stems. That's why it's not as lush as it used to be. But this one's putting new growth as well. This one right here and a couple over here. Then this one is my Monstera. This is the baby one. I have a bigger one, which I will show you too later. I love this one. This is so lush, and it has a couple of new growths down below too. Next to it is my Stromanti Trio Star, which I did a blog on before. And this one have new growths as well, which is right here. And right here and behind it, right there. Then next to it is my fiddle leaf fig, which almost died on me a couple of months ago when I didn't know what water to use for it. After asking around the nurseries that I go to, they said that it's also finicky like a calathea. It likes filtered water. So since then, it has been okay. It's not giving me any problems. Then let's go to this section right here. This is my newest Hoya purchase just a couple of days ago. This is the Hoya linearis, which is also rare and hard to find. I got this from California Planting a couple of days ago. So it's just chilling, hanging in there. It's very trailing. And then this is a propagation of my Syndopsis. I'm trying to propagate. Then this is one of the Hoya Bella that I am propagating as well. Then behind it is my Hoya Carrii, which is one of my beloved Hoyas. And then next to it is my Peperomia Owl's Eye. It kind of resembles the Pilea peperomoides, except that it's heart-shaped. This one just finished blooming for me a couple of weeks ago. Then next to it is my Peperomia Rosso, which have flowers right now. These are their flowers. Isn't that crazy? Looks like a small corn. This one have red leaves behind it, which is really cool. Next to it is my alocasia black velvet. This is the newest leaf that it has put out. Used to be 3 leaves, now there are 4. And then next to my owl's eye is this begonia frost, which is trying to bloom some flowers right now, which is right there. This is one of my favorite angel wing begonias. So pretty. And then next to this one is my philodendron macaulay, which is having a new growth right there. Then beside it, this guy is actually trying to invade the space of my macaulay. This is my tradescantia, and I don't know exactly the name for this one, but this one have the lime and green foliage, and some of them are just kind of like plain green. Next to it is my African violet, which is in full bloom right now. Look at how gorgeous those flowers are. It's very ruffly and it has those trimmings on the end. I love this one. And the feel to the foliage is velvety, just like my black velvet alocasia. Next to it is my Hoya Crimson Queen. This is my second Hoya Crimson Queen. This is larger than my first one that I got a couple of months ago. This one have really nice foliage. Look at that white and green combination. Next to it is my Hoya, not Hoya, I'm sorry, it's my Syngonium Confetti, which I got from my Home Depot plant shopping blog. Look at how gorgeous those splashes are. So pretty. Next one is my Hoya Australis Lisa, which I made this round shape wire because it was already getting long. So I made the round wire to let it trail, and look at this gorgeous new leaf. So when they first start, it's gonna be pink in color, sometimes fuchsia, and then as they mature, the color would be lighter and it will be eventually this kind of color. My windowsill are my 2 tradescabtias, and the first one is my Tradescantia nanook, which is one of my favorites in my Tradescantia collection. Next to it is this purple Sabrina, which is in bloom right now. Look at those cute flowers. I have 1, 2, and another one right here. Isn't that cute? And then right here is my Birkin, philodendron Birkin. This is my first one. I have a smaller Birkin, which is in my bedroom. And this one have just put out new growth, which is right here. And there's another one right here. This one is so productive. It pretty much gives me a lot of new growth since I got it. Next one is my Rex begonia, which is one of my favorite begonias as well. And this one have put in new growth, which is right here. Next to it is my rainbow tradescantia. And this one, I absolutely love the foliage. Look at those cream, pink, and olive colored foliage. So pretty. And it has some flowers, which is right here. I don't know if you can see that one, that white part right there. Then behind it is my alocasia bambino. And next to it is my alocasia sabrina. I don't know if you can see the stem. It has those zebra-like pattern on the stem. Behind it is my black stem alocasia, which has a black stem. That's why they called it as such. Then down here is my Alocasia Maharani, which I absolutely love the foliage on this one. Still doing good. And then right here is my philodendron Moonlight in a cute pot right there. Look at those. Aren't they cute? And then beside it is my philodendron brantianum. This one, for some reason, when I first got it, it's more lush, but right now it's not in its best shape, but you know, I think it's getting there. And then right behind it is my, I think this is a cryptanthus, and behind it is another one, which is a smaller one. These used to have like a lighter pink foliage. And behind it is my newest succulent. Look at how cute this is. It's cute as a button. It's like little flowers. This is the other bromeliad. Behind it is my variegated Hindu rope, which have put in a new growth, which is up here. Right here. And then up here is my pink Fittonia, which is also one of my favorite pink plants in my collection. Look at how gorgeous those foliage are. That's a baby leaf right here. And then next to it is my snow white waffle plant. This one have new growth as well, which is right there. Behind it is my propagated Calicia repens, which I am propagating in water. Look at the gorgeous foliage right there. So cute. And then up there is my Tradescabtias sabrina, which is my very first Tradescabtia in my collection. It's hanging in a macrame. And then down here is my Alocasia regal shield, and this is the new growth right here. I noticed that every time there's a new growth, one leaf has to pretty much die so it can give way to the new growth. The one that's giving in right now is that leaf over there, which I will be pulling out soon. Next one is my Alocasia sanderiana, and this one's also not in its good shape right now. Used to be 3 leaves. It put out 1 growth for me, but I noticed some of the leaves starting to yellow, so I must have overwatered this one. So this is the survivor right here, and I hope it will continue to survive and hopefully thrive in the future. This one is my bird's nest fern, which I absolutely love the foliage. Look at how roughly the leaves are. And this one looks like a mermaid's tail with 2 ends there. Next to it is my Taneki, which is the second one in my rubber plant collection. It has a new growth right here, and this one have grown a lot since I got it. This one's also a fairly new growth that's starting to grow. Then over here on this section is my burgundy rubber plant, which is my very first in my houseplant collection. Look at how tall it is right now. And this one keeps on giving me new growth pretty much. And then on this side is my philodendron Congo, which have grown bigger since I got it. Look at how huge this leaf is. This is actually the newest growth. And I'm seeing a new growth again, which is over here. So this one I would have to transfer in a different spot once it started to grow bigger. This is in the landing of my stairway. Over here on the ledge is one of my favorites, Hoya in my collection. This is my Crimson Princess, which is trailing. And if you remembered, I did a vlog on how to do a heart-shaped trellis for your Hoyas. That's why you see that heart-shaped trellis over here. And let me show you, there's a new growth right here with the pink leaves. So gorgeous. And I absolutely love the variegation of this one. Look at that. There's a couple of them. Next to it is my oxalis, which is a purple one. Right now it's sleeping, that's why the leaves are folded, but I'll put an insert on how it looks like when the leaves are opened up. And there's some blooms right there. Then let's go to that east facing window right there. Look at the beautiful hills, by the way. And my succulents are in bloom. You see those yellow flowers on the background? They're so gorgeous. Over here are my Hoyas and some string of hearts. This one right here is my Hoya ovovata, which have grown a lot since I got it. And I also made a round shaped wire for it to trail. It has new growth on the top right there. Isn't that cute? Next to it is my Hoya Wayetiai. Let me go here. Let me go here because it's much more so you can see the outline. So as you can see, this have some dark outlines on the foliage. It actually resembles the Hoya kentiana, which I will be showing you. Next one is my beloved Hoya Crimson Queen cutting, which have also grown quite a lot. And this one keeps on putting new growth for me as well. I want to show you my favorite leaves right there, which are the white ones hiding with the pink stem. Isn't that pretty? I also made a round shaped wire for it to trail. This one are my string of hearts. This is my favorite in my string of hearts collection because of that pink foliage. So pretty. Look at that. I actually have to cut some stems because I wanted to propagate it, and I actually put it in leca, which I will be showing you. Other string of hearts, it's at the far right corner. I cannot reach it, so I would just have to take the video from here. And this one I have already cut it. This one were the cuttings that I got. Let me show it to you. These are the cuttings that I got, which I propagated in water. And look at the roots right there. Show you a close-up of the foliage. This is quite long. Isn't that gorgeous? Very long. And at one point, it has bloomed some flowers for me. Side of my living room are my Hoya hinder rope and some of my anthuriums. So let me get closer there so you can see. This is my beloved hinder rope that bloomed for me last year. It has those gorgeous cluster of flowers that smells like dark chocolate, which I'm hoping it will give me this springtime. Look at that. This one have grown so much too since I got it. This is the longest one. This section right here are my oxalis collection. The first one is this purple one, which is sleeping. Most of them are sleeping right now. That's why they're all folded. But later, sometime today, it will open up and look like a butterfly. I'll put in an insert on how it looks like once it's opened up. This one have quite a few blooms right there and over here. Look at those cute pink flowers. This is my favorite among them all. Second one is the green oxalis, which is kind of droopy right now because it's sleeping too. The next one is this Zinfandel oxalis, which have those heart-shaped clover leaves. And this one at one point bloomed so many yellow flowers for me. I'll put in an insert on how it looks like. Our dining table is my latest anthurium in my collection, and this is the black anthurium. I want to show you how gorgeous the flowers are. And this one has a new leaf. Not a new leaf, but a new flower unfurling soon. Recall, I got this from Half Moon Bay Nursery, and if you want to see that blog, I can put in the link to the description box below. Look at how big the leaves are. Look at that. And I love the foliage. Section right here is also one of my favorite anthuriums, which my hubby gave me on Valentine's Day. Look at how gorgeous the flowers are. And there's a couple of new growth that I spot, which is right here. And another one over here. It's hiding somewhere right there. In this corner right here is my xylem, philodendron xylem. And then over on this side is my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. Look at this variegation right here. And there's another one right here. Look at this cute baby leaf. So I actually trimmed this. Used to be trailing, but I have to train it to climb. So I added this long bamboo pole here to let it climb up. And then this is my monstera, which wasn't looking good at one point. Used to be lush. I've noticed some brown edges on it and some yellowing, so I ended up trimming those ones. And originally, these were the only two that were left. And voila, look, there's a new growth. And I have to propagate this in leca. And this is the newest growth right here, which is gonna be a split leaf too. So one piece of advice, if your plant is not thriving well, try to repot it in another medium, or don't give up yet, because there's always hope. This is a testament that you can still make them thrive. And then this one is my very first anthurium that I got. a couple of months ago, and the blooms are still doing okay so far. And I've seen a couple of new growths right here.